When the New York area was originally settled, it was by Dutch settlers who traded for land from the Indians. It was in Ulster County, New York, that a special woman was born in 1797. This is the birthplace of Sojourner Truth. Her name then was Isabella Baumfree. She was one of 13 children born to her slave parents. She spoke only Dutch until the age of 11 when she was sold. Her new owner spoke only English, as she had to learn the language quickly to keep from making him angry. She was sold several times as a young woman and was finally made to marry an older slave by the name of Thomas when she ended up here on the farm of John Ignatius Dumont. In 1827, the year before slavery was outlawed in New York State, Mr. Dumont promised to free her. When he broke his promise, she decided to run away with the youngest of her 5 children. Isabella lived with the Van Wagenens, a Quaker family, for some time. They taught her a few things and helped her hire a lawyer to have one of her sons returned when he was illegally sold out of the state. Later, she moved to New York City, where she worked as a servant. It was at this point that she made some life-changing decisions, one of which was to change her name to Sojourner Truth in 1843. She began to travel, talking to people on the way, and after several months ended up in Northampton, Massachusetts. There she worked and met with abolitionists like William Lloyd Garrison, Franklin Douglass, and Olive Gilbert. Since she could neither read nor write, she dictated her memoirs, which were published under the title The Narrative of Sojourner Truth, a Northern Slave. She added women's rights and the fight against slavery to her speeches, often telling of her experiences as a slave. Sojourner Truth was an amazing woman when she spoke. She was almost 6 feet tall and had a strong, clear voice. When people heard her speak or sing, they did not forget her. During the Civil War, she actively supported the black troops. When the war was over, she petitioned Congress to give the newly freed slaves land in the West. She continued to travel and to preach to people from the Northeast to the Midwest from her home base in Battle Creek, Michigan. She refused to be intimidated by anyone and would use her large frame, speaking ability, and independent spirit wherever she went. Sojourner Truth was not intimidated by anyone. She was not afraid to talk to Congress, President Lincoln, or President Grant. Sojourner Truth is best remembered for her stirring speech at the Akron, Ohio Women's Conference in 1851. Her speech, "Ain't I a Woman?" made a huge impact on the crowd there and has become a classic phrase for women's rights ever since. Sojourner Truth continued to travel until ill health forced her to retire to her Battle Creek, Michigan home. She died there in 1883 at the age of 86.